Hi folks, welcome to Watchman Faith Ministries, another edition of video book review. Today we're going to review the book called None Dare Call It a Conspiracy, written by Gary Allen. This book was copyrighted in 1971. The book, not a very thick book, very thin book, but it was one of the earlier books in the Illuminati exposure movement. People began in 1962. Myron Fagan and Anthony Hilder began exposing the Illuminati in America approximately around then. This book was written in 1971. The cover are symbols that should be familiar to you by now. They're mainstream symbolism now. But this, at its time, was a groundbreaking book. In the early parts of the book, well, the table of contents, he numbers the chapters this: don't confuse me with the facts, socialism, the royal road to power for the super rich, the money manipulators, bankrolling the Bolshevik Revolution, establishing the establishment, the Rockefellers and the Reds, explaining the Rockefellers and their connection to the Soviet Union, and you are the answer. Chapter 8, trying to tell people to get involved, and now when you learn this stuff, pass it on. That's one of the main components of our ministry here. The book starts in chapter 1 with an analogy. The analogy, and I'll read from the book here. Most of us have had the experience, either as parents or youngsters, of trying to discover the hidden picture within a picture in a children's magazine. Usually you see a landscape of trees and bushes and flowers, and the caption will read, "Concealed somewhere in this picture is a donkey pulling a cart with a boy in it. Can you find them?" Try as you may, you won't be able to find it until you see somebody points it out to you. If we study the landscape, you realize the whole picture was painted in such a way to conceal the real picture within. Once we see the real picture, it stands out like the proverbial sore thumb. And that's what I believe the Illuminati has done through the media. You only see the news reported as they'd have you see it. A modern example would be the war in Iraq, or maybe the cover-up with 9/11. What you see is only what they choose to show you. Okay? Millions of Americans are concerned and frustrated over mishappenings in our nation. They feel that something is drastically wrong. But because the picture painters, they can't quite put their fingers on it. That's a statement made in 1971. How much more so in 2007 is that statement true? And think of the last 40 years of history in your lifetime. How many times have you been lied to, purposely lied to? We are supposed to think it is accidental and coincidental, and therefore there is nothing we can do about it. FDR once said, in politics, nothing happens by accident. If it happens, you can bet it was planned that way. That's a powerful statement for Roosevelt to make. Further down on page 8, those who believe that major world events result from planning are laughed at for believing the conspiracy theory of history. Of course, no one in modern day and age really believes conspiracy theory of history, except those who have taken the time to study the subject. On our website, we have packed it with books we have chosen as a starting point for you to read. We've also given you numerous resources, and we plan on adding many more. You can spend many hours on our website researching that, and you will have the time to study out the facts. We will give you only facts. Secondly, this is on page 9, secondly, these people who have over the years acquired a strong vested emotional interest, their intellects and egos are totally committed to the accidental theory. Most people are highly reluctant to admit that they have been conned or have shown poor judgment. To inspect the evidence of the existence of a conspiracy guiding our political destiny from behind the scenes would force many of these people to repudiate a lifetime of accumulated opinions. How true that is. Most people can't believe or be honest enough to admit that they've been lied to. There's an old saying that there's the conspiracy theorists such as myself. A person like me would think that there's a conspiracy behind every bush. The fact of the matter is that a conspiracy, they'll put a bush in front of every conspiracy, and all we're going to do is shed some light on it. What I'd like to do is close here by telling you that any journalist will teach you the who, what, when, and where, and why of a story. You can find out the who, the what, and the when, and the where on your own. You cannot find out the why unless you've had the evidence, unless you sort through the lies and deceit of the media. So what our goal is to show you the why. We'll take you to the Bible. We'll give you evidence of such as books as this. and we'll make our website a resource for you to find out the why, the hidden agenda of the Illuminati.